Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking our budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful band based out of Buffalo, New York, and they're having the time of their lives up in Western New York. These guys are ready to play and ready to rock, and they got an album out called Crack Behavior, and they've been influenced by a lot of great artists, and they're going to talk about that, and they've been a big hit in the underground scene. So live, ladies and gentlemen, from the beautiful Plush Studios in Buffalo, New York, Maggie DeWitt, Jeffrey Colson, Isaiah Drulinger, Ethan Childs of Muddle. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Hey, looks like you guys are ready to play, but first of all, let's get to know you guys here. You guys been in the Buffalo area for quite some time, and you've got an album called Crack Behavior, and you also got a following here. And first off, before we get started and talk more about it, and before you guys play, you guys are really, really jacked about it. Tell us how you first got started.
Well, we first got started back in like 2017.
Yeah. Me and the drummer over here went to high school together, and we used to jam a lot as kids, and we just kind of messed around every day after school, and it kind of evolved into a full band, and we started writing, and it all happened pretty fast, honestly.
And what was that moment that precisely influenced you into what you're doing today? What was that one moment?
Well, we got offered a show, because the person who set up the show knew we were jamming for a while, and we decided to start a band, and then we had a show about a week or two later, and then we decided to just make the band a real thing.
Yeah, we had kicked our original singer out about a week before the show and picked up Maggie, and it was kind of a natural fit. And that after that first show, we've kind of never stopped playing shows.
And this is all in the Buffalo area?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was at a place called Mohawk Place on Mohawk Street in the city of Buffalo.
Oh, wow. Okay. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up?
Oh, man. I guess Ethan, you can go first.
A lot of like underground punk music, and like they're not really underground.
Me too, Isaiah.
They're not really underground, but like Nirvana was one of the first bands that made me really want to play the drums. And then like after that, I started getting into a lot of like underground stuff, and like so hard to like Black Flag was a punk band I got into, and I kind of spread out a little after that. I got super into like Bikini Kill, and they influenced me a lot and influenced the way I play and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's me, you guys.
I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of Green Day when I first started playing the guitar, so like power chords and just like, you know, like quick 3-chord songs and all that. That's kind of how I started playing. But yeah, I started, you know, once we started playing in a band, I started listening to more like underground punk stuff and just like local punk bands and just people, kind of bands that were, you know, formed by like friends that I knew, you know, a lot of that influenced the way I play now.
Hey, Jeff, you want to sit down, bro? All right.
And then how about you, Isaiah? It looks like you're ready to jump in.
Most of my influences come from like 90s grunge artists, like the really like heavy stuff, like metal and grunge. Thrash is good. I started off as a fan, and then I joined later. Like these guys were really good, and I kept coming to their shows. So that's one inspiration.
Oh, nice.
It sounds like it. And then how about you, Maggie? Give us some of your favorite artists and singers growing up.
For me, it was, like Courtney Love, Hole, Marilyn Manson, Nirvana, like everyone else. And My Chemical Romance was a big one when I was a little child and stuff. And it kind of, carries with you, I guess, as you get older and you start to make music. It just kind of sticks around, I guess.
Oh yeah, and how'd you come up with the name Muddle?
I came up with it. I just thought it sounded cool. Not really not really that deep or anything. Just thought it sounded kind of cool.
Wasn't it like a vocab word in like one of your
like Muddle?
Yeah, it was. It was like some word in one of. I think I heard in like my U.S. history class, and I remembered it, and I thought it sounded cool. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And it looks like you guys are ready to play. We'll talk about your new album, Crack Behavior. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. It's powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, over 25 podcast platforms. Check the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter. We're here with the group Muddle out of Buffalo, New York, and we are going to talk about the album Crack Behavior. And before you start playing, tell us a little bit about the album.
The album Crackhead Behavior started because, it was like a saying we would say when we were like hanging out, like, oh, this is really crackhead, whatever. And it just, I don't know, one day we just said, like, this is crackhead behavior. And we're like, wait, let's make that the album name. And then we just, wrote the songs and
I think it was also because a lot of the people that, like, showed interest in our music, used crack. And, it just, it was like, we gotta fit the demographic here. We gotta make the crackheads happy, crackhead behavior.
Jesus.
Well, I do got to say as well, too, we're looking forward to having a couple of songs as well, too. And, just another thing, what does Buffalo have to offer aspiring musicians like yourselves? I mean, basically, are you guys the only one that plays this, or what are the bands you guys currently play with or in competition with?
I mean, not really competition, but there are a lot of super good bands that we play with. Obviously not as much recently because of the coronavirus, but the stuff we have played recently, we played with a lot of good bands. Our last show we played with
Coma Ghost
and Patikia.
Velvet Bethany is another band that we play with.
Yeah, and Circular Logic, that band was super good, and Chronic Failure played with.
Yeah, I think in like
the shouting out on the boys.
In the Buffalo scene, like there's
it's so small.
In the punk scene, it's never ever about competition. It's always about like supporting each other, which is good.
Yeah,
I think we fit in pretty well.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say your best show experience has been?
I mean, my personal favorite was probably the last show that we played before Corona hit in March. That one was super fun. We played at this place called the Grindhouse, and it's this little coffee shop, but they'll have shows there and move everything. It's pretty good space, and it's very fun.
I think the most like memorable experience for me was when we opened up for a punk band called the Addicts at the Town Ballroom in Buffalo, which is a pretty big venue, probably the biggest venue we've ever played.
Yeah, definitely the Town Ballroom.
And they asked us like the day before to fill in the slot, so it was pretty exciting.
Yeah. It's stressful but exciting because it was very last minute. You had to like clear our schedules.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And it sounds like you guys pulled it out pretty good. What's been your recording experience been like?
Really nice. It's been really just like chill because anytime we've ever recorded music, it's always been in someone's basement with their stuff, and it's just been like so nice. Just not like, I don't want to say corporate, but it was just very like,
Yeah,
just chill.
DIY.
Yeah, just very, very.
Yeah, very fun.
And it sounds like you guys are ready to go. So why don't you guys go ahead and get yourself set up? We'll have you play in just a minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Check our Facebook page. The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and over 25 podcast platforms, including Apple. Make sure you take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Muddle out of Buffalo, New York. We have the very talented Maggie DeWitt, Jeffrey Colson, Isaiah Drulinger, and Ethan Childs all ready to go. So from Crack Behavior, here's Muddle right here on the Mike Wagner Show. So guys, take it away.
So
Rolling nowhere. Just happens. Rolling nowhere. Just happens. Rolling nowhere. Just happens. Rolling nowhere. Just happens. Rolling nowhere. It 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 just happens. Rolling nowhere. Awesome. That was Muddle here on the Mike Wagner Show. What was the name of that song, by the way? And tell us more about the song. What inspired you to write it? The name of the song is Two-Faced Pillhead, and it was a song I wrote based on someone like, it's actually two people that I knew that were just kind of, two-faced pillheads. It's kind of self-explanatory there, but yeah, it's just, the classic feelings you feel when you're just like, you're kind of full of shit. Like, that's just like stuff like that, but yeah, it's kind of the meaning of that song was just
Angry.
like calling you out, you're full of shit, and you kind of suck.
I know how that goes, believe me. Great things
Everyone knows at least one of those people.
say behind your back. I know how that goes.
Yeah.
And then how about play another one for us as well? You guys have a really awesome sound, and you just stand out in Buffalo. I gotta say that. So how about another song? And this time, tell us what the song is and what's it about here on the Mike Wagner Show.
All right. This next one is Crackhead Behavior. It is the song that we, self-titled, named after the album, whatever. And yeah, so it's the one that's our most popular song right now. So yeah, we will play it for you right now. Don't know what to do. I'm gonna lose my mind, yeah, I don't know
Bring it to the show.
Crackhead Behavior from Muddle, title track here on the Mike Wagner Show. And where can we find your album at?
Oh my God. You can find the album on like Spotify, Bandcamp, honestly anywhere that you can stream music other than Amazon for some reason. But yeah, you can find it anywhere really.
Any streaming
YouTube.
platform.
Any streaming platform.
Sounds great. And how many shows have you played virtual ever since the pandemic hit? Like you play it from your room downstairs, kitchen, garage, wherever. It's like how many of the virtual shows have you done, and do you have any planned in the future?
I think this is the first one.
This is our first one, yeah. So sorry for a little rusty, but this is our first virtual show we have played. Since the pandemic.
How's the sound? Does it sound good?
So far, so good. I have to say that, and we're looking forward to have you back on Play Live and everything else. And also, what do you guys have coming up in terms? What can we expect from you in 2020, 2021, and beyond? What can we expect from you?
Hopefully some new music and some shows. Hopefully.
Yeah. We're working on a new album right now. We don't have a name for it, but we know like the amount of songs we're gonna have, like all that stuff. Hopefully it'll come out like maybe late winter, springtime.
Okay, and we're looking forward to that. And who do you consider biggest influences in your careers?
When it comes to my vocals, definitely like I said before, like Courtney Love, Marilyn Manson, just that very like raspy, screamy, like bleh, which is probably not good for my voice, but it's fun to do. So my personal influences right there.
Me, I'd probably say like drum wise, like Dave Grohl and like Fletcher Shears, he's super good, and Toby Val, she's super good at drums. I think those are my three big influences
For
as
me.
a drummer.
For bass, probably the dude from Soundgarden, the first guy, Hiro Yamamoto, or probably Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah.
Guitar, probably for me would be James Hetfield from Metallica, just because of the way he writes his riffs. And then an unlikely, a weird, doesn't really fit punk. He's not really punk, but David Gilmour from Pink Floyd is kind of where I learned how to solo, or at least attempt to solo over music. So yeah.
I have to say, The Wall is one of my biggest influences too. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
In their music.
It could be anything: music, career, personal, or just in general.
Be original.
Yeah, I'd
Do your
say
own thing.
music-wise, don't try to be like other bands. Just try to be like your own band, and
Yeah, like obviously you're influenced by them, but
yeah,
do your own thing at the same time. You know?
yeah. And stick to it. Like there'll be times where music will start to feel more like a job than it does a hobby, but those are the times when you just need to put in the work and just keep reaching towards your goals, because if you just keep doing something enough, eventually something good will come out of it.
That's what we're hoping for.
Don't procrastinate. just do it. You think of it, just do it. Don't procrastinate because you're gonna forget.
I never thought about that. I don't know why. You gave me some really good ideas. Hey guys, would you play one more for us before we go tonight? You guys have been great, and I love what you guys have.
Thank you so much.
Yo, let's play fucking bit, bro.
Well, okay. All right.
Okay, what are you guys gonna play now?
This song is called Bitch. It's off of Crackhead Behavior. It's, I think, the last song on the album. And yeah.
And that's Muddle from Buffalo, New York, and the Mike Wagner Show with their album Crackhead Behavior. Guys, big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Look forward to again soon. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
You can find all of our stuff on Spotify, like any streaming platform. Just look up Muddle, Crackhead Behavior. You'll find it. Look
Official Muddle on YouTube. Official Muddle on Instagram.
You can email us at muddlebuffalo@gmail.com.
What's
And
the
then
website's URL?
website is
Muddle Band.
muddleband.com.
www.muddleband.com. And that's where we find updates on merch, updates on like
Yeah.
any album, any lyrics, anything you want to know. That's where you're gonna find it.
Yeah, it's all on the website.
All right, well, check you guys out. Once again, Maggie DeWitt, Jeffrey Colson, Isaiah Drillinger, Ethan Childs of Muddle. You guys have been fantastic. Very big thank you for your time. Looking forward again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on sometime in 2020, 2021, and beyond. You guys have been great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.